Hello there. Happy Monday. It's me, Dr. Shiroko, owner of Heart to Heart Medical Center and the author of the book, Healing When It Seems Impossible: 7 Keys to Defy the Odds. And today, I'm really excited to share this information with you. I've been talking the last few weeks about how to listen to your body. And, excuse me. So, listening to your body is really important because when you start to have physical health issues or physical symptoms, you want to be able to understand what your body's doing or possibly understand how to ask questions. So, today I'm going to give you this huge amount of information about Chinese medicine and how it will help you listen to your body. Now, one of the reasons that I think Chinese medicine is so cool is because it does give you information that helps you understand what's happening to yourself. And how Chinese medicine works is different than Western medicine. So in Western medicine, you get examples like how your organs work is like your heart pumps blood through your body, your lungs pump oxygen into your blood so that you can get oxygen into your circulation. And then you have all these different cellular anatomical things, which are also really super cool to understand. But in Chinese medicine, how the organs work is different. So then you get information that will help you understand your own symptoms. So, for example, I'm going to tell you about the liver. So the liver regulates smooth flow of energy throughout your body. So that's like if you had tension in your neck and shoulders, or tight hamstrings, or difficulty with your digestion because you'd get gas and bloating and pain in your belly. Those are all examples of what happens when your energy doesn't flow smoothly in your body. And the other thing that the liver does is it regulates the menstrual cycles. So any woman who's having problems with their menstrual cycles, like cramps and PMS and bloating and irritability when they have their periods, these are all connected to liver imbalance as well, because the liver regulates the smooth flow of energy, or regulates your menstrual cycles, which is again different than how it works in Western medicine. But when you start to think about your own symptoms, if you have specific symptoms and you start to think about what those symptoms are, and then you look at what Chinese medicine says about them, then they make sense. And then you have information that will help you understand. And one of the reasons I've done Chinese medicines for so many years is because, and I love Chinese medicine, is because in Western medicine, so often we have times when we come up against things that we don't have a diagnosis for, or symptoms that don't seem to fit into any sort of pattern that we're familiar with. And so in Chinese medicine, you can have an explanation for symptoms that maybe don't make sense in Western medicine. So another thing that the liver does is it regulates your ligaments and tendons. And so that's, the things that move your hands and feet and arms and all of that stuff. Ligaments are attached to muscles, which then help those joints move. And when the energy in the liver isn't flowing smoothly, then you can have problems with that. And the other thing that the liver does is it regulates deals with the emotion of anger and frustration. And it is the master sergeant of getting things done. So if you find yourself in a situation where you're trying to get a lot of stuff done and you get frustrated because you can't get it done, that's all impacting your liver. And so there's all these different ways in which liver energy imbalance can be explained in your body. For example, migraines. Certain migraines are normally a liver imbalance because they're on the sides of your head, which is the area where the gallbladder travels. And they often come along suddenly, unexpectedly. So migraines are one example of a liver imbalance that you might not be aware has to do with your liver. Another symptom, like I said, is PMS, cramping and bloating and gut issues that seem to be really difficult and painful. Those are all examples of liver imbalance. I'll give you another example of an organ and how it might help you understand your body better. In Chinese medicine, the kidneys regulate besides regulating your urination, which is the same as Western medicine, the kidneys also regulate your low back, your knees, your bones, your overall sense of having energy, big transitions in life, and the emotion of fear, and the power of will, your physical brain, and your hearing. So the kidneys do a lot. But if you think about it, and the time of year of the kidneys is in winter, and if you think about it, let's say you start having trouble with your low back or your knees, and then you also notice that you're feeling more tired. Those things kind of begin to make sense when you think about it as having come from your kidney energy being deficient. I have done a lot of teaching about osteoporosis. In Chinese medicine, the kidneys regulate the strength of your bones. And if you translate it into Western medicine, that overall sense of having energy and big transitions in life, that would be puberty or menopause and all those times of perimenopause where energy in your body is shifting. And so making it make sense for you, you can start to see, oh, that goes along with your adrenal hormones. So big transitions in life, kidneys are connected to your adrenal hormones. So your kidneys are sit in your back, kind of right behind your lower posterior ribs. So in the back of your ribs there. And the adrenal glands sit right on top of the kidneys. So in Chinese medicine, big transitions in life, overall sense of having energy, your adrenals regulate your overall sense of having energy, and they are the powerhouse of your energy after you've had menopause. That's where all the hormones go that used to be made by your ovaries or your testicles. So that's what I wanted to say about kidneys. And every organ in Chinese medicine has emotional functions and spiritual functions that go along with it. And so that your whole body ends up being covered in energy pathways and places where energy moves from. So the whole thing is based on how your energy moves and how your body functions in relation to the movement of energy. So you can use that information to help you understand your own body. So I'm going to give you a quick overview of some of the other organs, and that way you can see, and actually it's in my book, which is right there, Healing When It Seems Impossible, 7 Keys to Defy the Odds. There's a whole chapter on listening to your body, and that whole how to understand your body based on what organ might be out of balance. If you understand what organ's out of balance, then you can start to think of how to get it back in balance, and then your whole body starts to flow and feel better. And that's the whole idea, is to help you feel great. So I'm going to talk to you about digestion. In Chinese medicine, the spleen and the stomach rule your ability to take in food, to transform that food into energy, and then transport it to the rest of your body. So the spleen and stomach do a lot. They also regulate your ability to concentrate, the strength of your muscles, they make the blood, which is the same as in Western medicine. The spleen makes the blood in Western medicine. And it holds, and that this is different from Western medicine, but it holds the blood in the vessels. So let's say you have easy bruising, or you can't build muscle, like when you work out and your muscles just don't build up. Or the spleen also deals with the emotion of worry. So if you spend a lot of time worrying and feeling anxious and you can't concentrate, even though you don't have stomach problems physically, it might be connected to your digestion because those symptoms go along with with the spleen and the stomach, if that makes any sense. One other organ, the lungs and the large intestine are paired, and the lungs regulate your entire immune system, and they also regulate from your nose, your throat, your physical airways, your physical lungs, your large intestine, your skin, and the emotion of grief. And there's a spiritual function for each organ as well. And in the lungs, it's the quote unquote, the desire to be in your body. So there's all these things that go along with lungs again. And the most important thing with lungs is really that it regulates your immune system. And in Chinese medicine, the lungs represent your outer layer of energy. So the most important defense of your body is to protect yourself from things that come in from outside, like bacteria or parasites or viruses or even food poisoning or bad emotions that other people have. So your immune system doesn't just protect you from bacteria and viruses and things like that, but it also protects you from the ways that other people's energy impacts your body. So you have to learn how all that works in relation to your physical body. I hope you found that interesting and helpful. And I have one more set of organs, the heart. So this is actually, there's 12 main organs in Chinese medicine, and some of them are not organs that you would be familiar with. They have not really been talked about in the way that we do in Chinese medicine. But the heart and the small intestine, and the pericardium and what's called the triple warmer. The pericardium and the triple warmer are organs that are different than what we would think about in Western medicine, and they have functions that are different than what we think about in standard Western medicine. But the heart and the small intestine, of course, the heart in Chinese medicine regulates your physical heart, but also it is the house where your spirit lives, which is so cool, because we all in our Western culture, we always think about the heart as the place of love. And it is also true in Chinese medicine, and it's also true in an emotional and spiritual way that it takes care of our spirit, and that our spirit lives in our heart. So in Chinese medicine, the pericardium is actually more responsible for the physical elements of our physical heart. Like, it regulates the heartbeat, it makes sure that blood circulates throughout your body, it regulates the strength excuse me the strength of the organs. The heart pumps the blood throughout the body, and it makes sure that the blood gets and the oxygen gets to the places in the body, which is the same as in Western medicine. But in Chinese medicine, that function is run by the pericardium. The pericardium also protects the physical heart or the spiritual heart. So its job is to make sure that the heart is safe, because it is the center of our body and center of our spirit. It's very important to take care of it. I hope that information was helpful to you. Please, if you have any questions, post them in the chat or the comments over here, and I will come back and find a way to answer your questions. Thank you so much. I hope you have a fabulous day. Bye.